Welcome, guys. Ooh, camera's a bit low. Let's turn that camera up a bit. Welcome, guys. Good to see you guys. Shark Scrapper's having a bit of technical difficulties, so he has sent guys over here a bit earlier. His stream kind of crashed on him. So, welcome to the second part of your Scrap Sunday. So hope you're all doing well. I'm just checking some settings here. I have to check my phone settings. Give me a second because he shocked me by sending everyone over here a bit early. So anyhow, first of all, let me see. We started off at the very top was JCT was in first. Bush Dog Scrapper, Nice Junk, Scrappy Doo, Scrap and Salvage. Let me see what he's saying. Good day as usual, listening in whilst on my way to work. Belated happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well, even though today is Sunday. It was Friday here, St. Patrick's Day, 17th of March. So to anyone who celebrates St. Patrick's Day, I hope you enjoyed it. Then we had E-Waste Mike is in, Wannabe Scrapper, Electronic Scrapper, Bush Dog Scrapper, See You Scrapping. So everyone is making their way in from Shark Scrappers Live. Where am I here? JRA Cat, Optimus Prime, welcoming guys. Don't forget to hit that like on your way in. I really do appreciate it. It's means that it gets an interaction. Shark was already talking about comments earlier about how comments get interactions. Also, the likes will let people know that we're live and stuff like that. And if you can share it out, if you guys shared it out on Facebook earlier, appreciate that. And let's bring up Mr. Technical Difficulties. Talk about making me scamper. Last week you made me scamper by going an hour early because again, all of a sudden I was here. Right, okay, then we click.
Trying to keep you on your toes, buddy.
Oh my God. He's doing it again to me this week. He's making me scamper all over the place again.
Man, I don't know what happened there. That was the weirdest thing.
So when I went back to go into my StreamYards, mine was down as well. It goes, something went wrong. So something happened in StreamYards and everyone must have got kicked at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be.
When you said, "Oh, we go over to Scrapping Irish a bit early," I went over, and next thing all I could see on my screen was something went wrong. Try again. I'm here. Oh God! So I think it was a StreamYard issue that StreamYards must have had.
That's exactly what I saw. Something went wrong. So yeah, I think it was a StreamYard thing.
Yeah, StreamYard glitch must have happened. So Optimus Prime, Ralph Morrick, welcome in. Nice junk again. Good to see you. And on the Facebook side, which I'll have to highlight for people who are not on YouTube, won't be able to see it unless I highlight it. Cool, I can watch it on Facebook. So there, Cody, that's Bush Dog Scrapper, in case people are wondering. So you can watch over there on Facebook as well. So did you notice the new Scrapping on the Fly, welcome in? Did you notice the new setting that's on StreamYards? Did you see where people can stream this on their lives now as well? So if you have like a guest, if you looked there when you came in, I don't know to give you the option, but up in the top corner they're saying that you can now select when you're coming in to share this on your channel.
So stream this to your audience. Interesting.
Yes, you could click that, and everyone that was watching already on your channel will watch this again live.
Huh.
It's a new feature for guests. So if say any other one comes in, like say Ralph Morrick came in now, he could click that, and it means anyone that subscribed to Ralph Morrick can be watching us as well. I won't get the views, but I might get subscribers from it because of that.
You know what? Let's why don't we experiment with that next week?
Yeah.
We can have some fun with that next week and see how that works. That should be cool.
Yeah, that's a new feature that was on there today. I was looking at it earlier today. And it allows anyone, I think it's up to 6 people can stream it, and it doesn't affect your streaming. You know how you can stream to 3 different platforms, like you can do to Facebook, to whatever. And if someone has a Twitch account, they could be streaming us to their Twitch account if they wanted to, even and stuff like that. So, and it doesn't affect our stream. So it's a new feature that we must try out next week and see on it. The only problem is I can't stream your video to my thing because I'm not up on your panel. You're the only person up on that panel. So that's the only downside. If you're doing a live with just one person, it means you're only that I can't go in and just stream it onto my channel without having me up on the panel already. That's the problem.
Oh, so it's whoever's up in the panel can stream it to
their
this is interesting. So if somebody else comes up on the panel, let's say, all right, so Mike's up here now.
Yeah.
So if I stream to Mike and Mike streams back to you, do we never get done the stream?
I don't want to be involved in any of your.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. I'm not here to please people.
I know you were put on this earth to make sure that we behaved ourselves to a certain standard and not to annoy you in general.
You haven't reached down to the standard yet, so.
And we haven't managed not to annoy you at any stage yet.
Hey, Mike, what's the temperature up there, man?
35. Yesterday it was, with the wind chill, it was like 8. The rest of the week was supposed to be in the 50s. So.
You know, every time Mrs. Shark is on to me about wanting to move back up north, I keep telling her, you know, just go look at the weather up there. Are you kidding?
It's been weird.
And does your missus want to move back up north, Shark? Yeah, would you prefer to live up north than down in Florida?
Yeah, she's really on about wanting to have the seasons again. You know, down here in Florida, we have seasons. It's wet, wetter, and wetter.
Well, I was going to say, tell her come to Ireland and you can have 4 seasons in one day. You can start off with sunshine, a half an hour later it's snowing, half an hour later it's raining, and then at the end of the evening you'll have a storm. So there you go. You can have all 4 seasons in one day here if you want.
Yeah. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but yeah, she would like to head back up north, and she says she'd like to have some cold weather. It's just a question about how much winter she wants to have.
Yeah. She doesn't want like from November to March, does she? If she does, she can head up to Canada, so up beside Bush Dog, Scrapper, and them boys. They'll give her plenty of winter up there, so there is. Want to be Scrapper. When I see their videos there now, you see all the snow, and I'm here like, oh, I couldn't hack that. Like today now, it hasn't stopped raining all day, so I couldn't get anything done with the rain. I suppose if it was snowy outside and it wasn't snowing, you could still get stuff done. But raining, just can't get anything done. Constant rain all day, hasn't stopped. So that's
we had rain most of yesterday, and somebody was picking something up, and it was just annoying because it's raining and we're trying to get the stuff up in the truck, and of course then the stuff gets slippery because it's wet, and it's just annoying as hell.
Yeah, no, it's just annoying. You know when you were on about the gold prices earlier and about the banking being the pusher behind the gold prices. I can see it definitely going over to 2,000 by maybe I'd be thinking Tuesday, because at the moment over here in Europe, Swiss Bank is in the middle of being bailed out. So if that happens, that put jitters across the bank and around here as well in Europe. So I can see gold prices definitely going more higher.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Swiss Credit Bank is about. Swiss Credit Bank was valued at 12 billion euro last week, and I think the deal is for 2 billion. So that's 8 billion wiped off the value of the company. So that'll frighten people.
Well, it's people are referring to this as the end of the age of easy money, because the COVID-related bailouts and price assistance and loans and things like that are all coming to an end. And so, there's going to be some rebalancing of the numbers, and that's got a lot of people scared.
Yeah. Well, the good side, again, is like you guys dealing with Boardsort down the road. If the gold prices stay up, it means you're going to be earning more money for your scrap that you're sending out, because as Chris said from Boardsort, he's going to give it a week or two just to make sure gold is staying up at that kind of level, and then they'll look at redoing the pricing online. So all of a sudden. So does that mean the likes of you guys will hold for 2 weeks now and not send your boards, or are you going to just keep sending anyhow? Do you take the risk and see? Because usually when Mike sends his boards in, the following day the price goes up after he's cashed in.
I'm not even worried about prices going up with me.
Yeah, no, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that for board prices because for me, the goal is to send 40 to 50 pounds of boards to Chris every week. Various types, right?
Yeah.
I have found that the 40 to 50 pound box is the sweet spot for me to ship things to board sort. Until I get to where I can ship Gaylord quantities of, big freight crate things full of stuff. Right now, 40 to 50 pounds, I can ship that for about 75 cents a pound. It does not, as long as it doesn't exceed 50 pounds, they don't have the penalty for a heavy box, and it keeps my cash flow going.
Yeah. Well, it keeps the cash flow going.
Yeah. So I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the weekly fluctuations in prices with board sort. I just keep the stuff moving.
And same with you, Mike. You just keep it moving, is it? You're not going to hold any boards back. You're just going to keep going normal.
Don't matter what I take the board short, I lose money anyway. It's just a known thing. I'm used to
it. Poor Chris.
Poor Chris. Shit.
About poor Mike. So Mike, when you start working for Chris, how's that going to work, man? It's like, other than the fact that you're going to get a nice cushion for the bucket that he's going to give you, you're not going to be able to do any scrapping anymore, right?
Well, I'm going to need a lid for that bucket in case I have to poop. I'm just there pretty experienced of it all.
What are you working on today, Mike? Anyhow, what are you taking apart there? If you don't mind us asking.
Mind your business.
You knew that was coming.
Monitors.
Well, I'm doing monitors, and I got just a little pile of towers I got to finish up.
That monitor pile is getting a bit smaller. Not too bad.
That's been in here since day one. I just gave up on it. I had other stuff to do.
Gave up on them. I liked your TV wall hidden behind the shed. I like that little pile of TVs you've around back. No, around back on your last video where you went around the back and you had all the stuff hidden.
Yeah. It's hidden, all right. I got a pile of metal out there. I got a pile behind the house. I want to go and get those water tanks tomorrow and Tuesday because it's supposed to be nice. So. I'm basically living off a shred. I haven't been really doing too much.
That's not true. If you've got enough shred, you'll make a living. Look at those guys who all they do is collect shred and sell. That's all they go around with is shred all the time. They're not into the electronic scrapping or the boards. They just make their living from shred.
You can do it if you have a constant influx of it.
Yeah. Well, as we said earlier about this will bring it nicely into this new scrapping situation. Like he was making his living from going around picking up shred and copper. I know he's getting copper and stuff, but a lot of it was shred as well. And now that he has no truck at the moment, it means he's no way of making a living. So again, that's the downside of a scrapper who is a street scrapper going around picking up and stuff like that. It's if you've no vehicle to pick up the stuff, then you're kind of stuck. Where the likes of Shark Scrapper, I know he does a lot of street scrapping as well, but now that he's getting his name out there, people are probably bringing some stuff to him as well. Are they, Shark? Do you get stuff like dropped off at you?
I do, but not that much. I'm mostly doing pickups.
Okay, so you still, no matter what, you still have to need a vehicle as well.
Yeah. And Roger wasn't so much about street scrapping. Well, there he is. Here's a comment. Yeah. He's got there, but he's got commercial accounts, so he's picking up.
There we go. Commercial accounts. There we go.
Commercial accounts.
So again, if anyone's in the chat and don't know the story about CU scrapping, it run into a bit of difficulties, and we all fall on hard times. Let's just admit it. I remember being back years and years ago, and I couldn't afford to put heating on in the house. You know, it was that kind of, you know, and these things happen. Hard times come for everyone, and sometimes you need friends to bail you out and to help you out. And I know people are saying, "Oh, there's you know can we is it genuine and stuff like that." And anyone that knows you scrapping knows it's genuine. He's not the sort of guy that is out there every week with a begging bowl looking for. He's been out there off his ass trying to get money in, scrapping whatever it took to earn a living. He was doing it. He wasn't with a begging bowl every week on YouTube or Facebook looking for handouts. So that's why I know that it's genuine and stuff like that. And so there's a link, a GoFundMe page out there, and it's not coming to me, guys, in case you think it is or anything like that. It is actually Roger's, set up by Roger himself. I'm going to put the link in there, and if anyone can go and give anything, it doesn't matter what you can give. If it's only $1, whatever it is, if you can give something, it's all going to help out in the end. And you know, it's what you can afford to do. And if you can't afford to give anything, guys, leave a comment on his videos, show him that you're thinking about him and stuff like that. It also means a lot to know that you have people who are concerned for you and stuff like that. So the link is there. If anyone wants to go to it, I'm not saying you have to go to it, you have to do anything. Again, it's up to yourselves at the end of the day. I know everyone is on hard times and stuff like that, but if you can afford to help out, help out. That's all I'd say. Link is there, and I'll put the link again at the end of the live. So this is not a begging stream or anything like that. It's just letting people be aware of what's out there, and if you want to give, you give. Okay, so that's it. Moving on.
So, Mike, how did you teach Earl how to use the toilet, man?
Stay out of my business, dude. I used to have an aunt who had a cat that used to use the toilet. What she did was she took a shopping bag, and she put it like under the seat of the toilet with litter in it, and had him go up there, and he started going up there and using it, and then she just took the bag out after about a week, and that's where he went to the bathroom all the time. They just had to flush it. It can't be done, but Earl's too stupid, so you know he probably can figure that out.
Well, they say that your pet is a reflection of yourself.
Probably.
Oh,
I agree.
ouch.
That's why.
Lately, I agree.
That's why if I had a pet, he'd be on eBay overpaying for RAM.
Yep.
Yep. And I've seen Shark's pet is a reflection of himself. It likes to lie around a lot and eat a lot.
Oh man.
Only jesting, guys. Only jesting with you. But anyhow, so what was everyone getting on in the scrapping out there in the chat? Let us know. I see Watchbot was saying there, nice junk that he had 7 appliances stolen from one of my customers the other day. So what type of appliances were stolen? Was it white good appliances, washing machines, fridges? What was it that was stolen? Again, with scrap prices rising up, that's the kind of thing that's going to start happening. People start stealing stuff because of the prices being a bit higher again. I didn't check copper this week. What's copper at this week, guys? Is it up, down?
Oh, let's check real quick.
Yeah, is copper up or down this week? You know, because I still think copper is going to. It has to start rising quicker. I think it started off really good at the start of the year. It slowed down and went back a bit, but I still think it's going to get higher before the end of the year.
I just pulled that out of a computer.
There we go.
24-hour copper's down.
Shiny copper.
1.1 pounds.
And it's.
But I'm gonna keep this as a booklet or paperweight.
So the 24-hour spot price on copper is down. It's at $3.87 a pound right now.
Okay.
But if you look at the 30-day chart, you can see that it is slowly picking up from say around the 15th of March through now. It has been slowly coming back up.
Okay, so hopefully it'll start keep an upward trend for the rest of the year, hopefully, and we can all make a bit of extra cash. Because again, I seen up on this is a Facebook group that I see Matthew should be in there as well, in the same Facebook. It's a scrap chat Facebook thing, and some of the professional scrappers, we say, who do it for a living, we're putting up pictures of the queues of cars going into the scrapyards and complaining that these people were, you know, oh, they're going in with 20 pounds of copper or 50 pounds of copper and stuff like that, you know, hardly worth their time. But maybe that person has a bill that needs to be paid, and that 50 pounds of copper is going to pay that bill this week or put food on the table. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with anyone scrapping. This needs a bit of extra scrap. But that's what I find with some of the guys who are big scrappers or professionals. They're very, very, very anti-hobby scrappers and anti-thing. Again, they're probably looking at it that if I'm going in with 100 pounds worth of copper, that's 100 pounds worth of copper I'm probably taking off them, they're thinking, you know, stuff like that. So that's just something I noticed on the scrap chat that people can be very, very bitter to other people if they see them going in and they're only in cars and not in the vans or in lorries or whatever. They get very worked up over it, which I think is a bit sad, really. Park Nest, what's the story? Welcome in. I don't know what you're taking.
I know is copper price better be high when I get rid of my 2,000 pounds that I'm saving.
There you go. Eva, welcome in.
Eva, great to see you there.
So what's your take on that, Shark, as a guy as well who's making a living from scrap? Do you get upset if you see small cars in the scrapyard bringing in small amounts of stuff?
Nope, no? Not at all. I don't think so.
But in England, I tell you what, it used to be a problem.
I tell you what upsets me more is when I see people come in that I've seen there several times, and so I know that they know better. They pull up and they don't have their stuff separated and organized, and they're organizing it while they're in the payback line.
Oh yeah, no, that annoys me.
So they and it's like, have your stuff ready to go, okay?
Yeah.
You know,
and again, it's going to work out best for you if you're ready to go, because the guys who are in there, then you're thinking, well, I just sort this rubbish or whatever, and it's holding everything up, and they mightn't give you the best price. But if you're coming in and you have this sorted for them, that sorted for them, that sorted, they're saying, okay, I can give you that price, and give you that price, that's clean, that's whatever. You might get a bit better pricing as well. But if you're coming in with aluminium still with bits of metal stuck to it, and you're trying to say, oh, that's clean aluminium, and they have to go through it all. They're going to lowball you on some pricing then, because you're just making their life harder for the day. So I know that's what I do if I worked in a scrapyard and there was guys coming in and they were thinking, I just say, right, that's only worth whatever. Now I'd lowball them, and that would teach them a lesson.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes it hard on the folks that are running the scale, because you come in with it's like you got your first bit and they think that that's all weighed up and they get it entered in the computer, and then you show up with a little bit more. It makes it challenging for them. So, but that's the only thing that really bugs me. If a car shows up and they've got one or two buckets of a little bit of stuff, I don't care. It's there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
That was actually Raphael that was there he's using Eva's phone. So Raphael.
Oh, okay. All right.
Enjoy your little nap. He's going to have a nap after his meal. So he had a long stream last night anyway. He done another 6-hour stream, so he deserves a nap. You guys doing anything with silver crystal? Oh, I'm collecting up the silver crystal oscillators, and I hope to do something at some stage on it. But I know there is plenty of videos up there of guys who have gone through. There's a lot of base metals to get rid of, to get the silver out of them. So I'm looking at a way of trying to make a least amount of base metals to work with first. So whether that's leaving them soaking in hydrochloric acid for a long time to get rid of a lot of the base metals before I bring it to the nitric stage. Because if you're using nitric is expensive, and if you're trying to get rid of a lot of base metals with a nitric, you're going to be using a lot of nitric acid for a very low return. Now, I know with silver prices getting higher, it means that difference is a lot less, but still, I'm looking at maybe putting the crystal oscillators into hydrochloric acid, which is a lot cheaper, and leaving them sitting in there for maybe 6 months before I go doing anything with them. to get rid of as much of the base metals as I can. But that's something I have to work on. So anyone else got to take electronic scrapper, you being on that kind of thing as well with the silver, you might be able to help Charlie out on that one.
Yeah, electronic scrapper's the guy to comment on that. I mean, I just sell my oscillators. I used to pull them thinking I was going to go after the silver, and then I saw folks like 999 Nissan and those folks, going after them, and I realized, man, that's way too much work.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. Again, it suits. That's more for hobbyist scrappers again, and hobbyist de-wasters, who will have the time and they don't mind. That's what that's more for. There's a complaint in scrapyards I always is the amount of screws you pick up in your cars or trucks or vans going into scrapyards is just crazy. So I don't know, what's it like at your scrapyards, Shark? Are they fairly clean when you drive in, or do you end up with screws stuck in your?
So the non-ferrous yard is pretty clean. Absolutely. Hey, Parky.
Shark Mike.
The big yard that I go to, they try, but you've seen my videos, so you know what the shred pile looks like there.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for them to just keep up because it's just constant, vehicles coming in, dropping off stuff. And, so I know that they try. I've seen them. They use the claw with the rolls of wire fencing to try to brush the area down. And I've seen the guys that are monitoring the shred pile with big brooms when they can get in there and trying to sweep it up. It's just hard for them to keep up with it. It's too much activity.
What the Optimus Prime? Yeah, common courtesy is to have everything sorted properly. I think it is. Yeah, and again, when I do decide to go through a sorting thing, I'll have different bins there, and I might say, right, all aluminium in that bin, all this. So even for myself, when I'm weighing stuff up, I know, right, that bin over there has all clean aluminium, that bin there has number 1 copper, that bin there has number 2 copper, that is insulated wire, that is whatever. And at least you can keep track of what you have yourself as well. So you know when you get your payout, you can look at the doc and you go, hold on a second, he's only paid me for number 2. I know I had a bin of number 1 there. So what's the story here? And again, it makes it easier for yourself to make sure you're not getting shafted at the scrapyard. Yes, not right to as far as the scrapyard workers, they need to feel. Raphael is back on his own phone now.
Yeah. And I actually have one of my clients who told me that the reason that he wants me to buy the stuff from him now is because he's tired of replacing his tires. And so he said, I'd rather you get the flat tires than me. So he said, I don't mind you making a little money off of me because you're going to need it to pay for the tires.
Yeah, but again, that comes back to you be going in with bigger loads than he may have been going, because he's only going in with this small bit or whatever. So it's something he was going to be making.
Hey, Irish, we lost your audio, man. We can't hear you. Did you pull your microphone out or something?
Who, me?
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Which is fine. We don't care.
It's like your microphone went quiet.
Can you hear me?
Yep, they're high-pitched sound.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Must be another StreamYard's glitch. But I was saying there again that he might be going in with a small amount of stuff. So getting a puncher on his car would mean any money that he was going to make that day is gone. Fix the tire. Where you're going in with a bigger load, so if you pick up a puncher, at least you have a bit extra money to still cover the puncher and have a bit of money for yourself. My yard pavement, and you're not allowed to dump on the pavement areas, only on the mud that borders the pavement. Yeah, so at least then they can have the pavement swept and anything then will be left in the mud, which is good idea. That's right. I've noticed some scrapyards will have that sort of system where they have a big pavement area, and then inside of that is where you dump your stuff, and nothing on the pavement, and then they come along and sweep the pavement with a little road sweeper, so everything is swept up on it. And then you go into other scrapyards and it's just pure mud. You're driving in, and it's a lot harder to keep that clean. You know, when people are driving through mud and screws are getting stuck in it.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Who is it? I'm trying to remember who has the yard that they go to that instead of throwing the stuff in the pile, on a big pile, they bring the bins to you. I know E-Waste Ben, one of his yards does that.
Yes.
And Mike's yours, yeah.
That's
And
an
I think
interesting one.
that's a good way to do it too. I mean, you might still have the loose bit that might fall when you're loading it into that bin, but that's a much cleaner way to approach it.
Yeah. See, Gold Coast, there it goes. Most of the bigger yards are just too busy to from screws or nails. My yard will plug your tires or pay for its tires plug service. There you go.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. That's
Man,
an interesting one.
Yeah, not the yards that I go to. They have great big signs that say, "We're not responsible for any damage."
But again, that's another thing there that scrapyard may have seen, that a lot of people are always complaining about tires getting punctured in scrapyards. So if we cover the cost of the tire getting punctured, they'll be more inclined to come to us because they'll know, well, if I get a puncture up at that scrapyard, at least I don't have to pay for a new tire. They'll cover it. If I go to the other guys, I have to do it myself. So again,
yeah, but I wouldn't put it past some charlatans to say, oh, I've got a slow leak in my tire, so I'm going to go, to the scrapyard and tell them it's their fault. We're going to have to fix it.
Well, I'm sure the scrapyard prices mightn't be as high in that scrapyard then, so they have allowed themselves a bit more of a profit margin out of the scrap to cover these sort of charlatans.
Yeah.
Are you saying there would be charlatans among the scrap community? How dare you, Sharp? We are the utmost straight-lying people. There wouldn't be a charlatan among us ever.
Uh-huh.
By the way, Parky, hello, welcome in. Sorry, I was
no problem.
busy talking when you came in. The StreamYard's fault. You have to go to my son's tire shop. Free plugging. Yeah, that could be. Yeah. Maybe the guys at the scrapyard have a deal with a tire shop that they do the thing, and then when they get you over there, they go, "Oh, a plug won't fix this. You need a new tire." And we ain't covering that.
Yeah, so I'm using a new repair shop for the Sharkmobile, and these guys are really good. I mean, it's not uncommon for me to come in for something simple like a plug job, and they're like, "Yeah, don't worry about it, we got it." So, plus they have, they've got if it's something like a regular tune-up or maintenance that's going to take a while, they'll take me back to the shark cage so that I can work and then come pick me up again when the work is done on the truck.
That's nice. I used to go to a garage and they'd give you a loan car for the day while you were if you needed a car, they give you a car to keep you going while they were repairing your car.
Yeah.
Now they didn't do it for everyone. It depended on, you had to have bought the car off them first in the first place. And you had to be a customer, not just a guy that comes in for repairs. You had to kind of have bought the vehicle off them eventually, and then as you came back, they'd give you a courtesy vehicle while they were looking after your one, stuff like that. No, I didn't always want the vehicle. It depended on what I needed for that day. Some days I didn't need it. I just said, look, I'm going nowhere today. I don't need it. So stuff like that, Some little things like that sometimes is worth a lot more. You don't mind paying a bit extra for the service when you have them other kind of things that you can get as well, When I buy new tires, I always pay for the road hazard coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good thing. I had I ran into a little trouble though with one of the tire shops that not the set that I have right now, but the last set that I had on the shark cage. They started getting really, I'd show up with a screw in the tire and they'd say, okay, well, there'll be 6 hours before we can get to that. And, and then it was, well, do you have a copy of your warranty paperwork? And, it's just like, well, it should be in your computer system, right? I bought it from you. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? We had some trouble with our database and I can't seem to find it. So if you don't have the paperwork, we're not going to be able to honor the warranty. You know, finally it just got so hard that I said, all right, the hell with you guys. I'm not buying from you anymore.
Yeah. No, I didn't know there was such a thing as that sort of coverage, because over here you wouldn't have that on your tire coverage or anything like that. You buy a set of tires, and if you drive out the road and you get a nail in it 10 minutes later, that's your own problem, or screw. You know, they don't have that sort of option over here when you buy tires. Can you get that option in the UK, Parknest, where you can put a hazard coverage on your
Depends where
tires?
you go. I think maybe Fast Fit might offer that sort of coverage, but you know, if you go to one of these smaller tyre places, they won't offer it.
I'm trying to figure out what E-Waste Mike has there. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did he show me a light up in the ceiling? Does he mean he's doing a light, I wonder?
Yeah, I was showing Shark.
I'm showing Shark.
It's a big ass computer. Look at it. He's massive. Heavy as hell.
It looked heavy. That's why I wanted to see what it was.
That's a big one.
It's a
He said,
XPS. Whatever that is.
Ah, okay.
What is that?
It's a computer.
I know it's a computer, but was it a gaming computer or a server or what was it? That's what I want to know. It looks like it could be a server sort of thing set up. Is it?
Hi.
American's
Hey
favorite
there,
hoarder.
American's favorite hoarder.
Welcome in, sir. Miscellaneous scrapping cans and doing some miscellaneous.
I don't know how this comes apart though. Oh.
Yeah, that's a big computer.
So
Dell.
Gulf Coast made
Oh,
the
yeah.
comment about tire sealer. You know, one of my mechanic has told me not to use tire sealers because it messes up the tire pressure sensors,
Yes.
and because the tire pressure sensors are quote unquote safety equipment now, if that fails, then they have to, you know, try to replace it. And if the tire is full of that tire sealer gunk, you could end up having to buy a new tire. So
Yeah. Well, I have like run flat tires on my car, so I thought, oh, run flat tires. I got a slow puncher. I just pump it up every couple of weeks. So I did. I thought not now, but I just kept pumping it up. And then I went to get another tire changed, which I actually got it just went totally ripped, sort of not ripped, but it kept letting the air out, and no matter how you try and pump it, it just, the hole was the screw that was in there was causing too much trouble. So man looked at my back tire. He said, you know, this tire needs changing at the back as well. I said, no, it's just a slow puncher. I said, just put a plug in it. He said, no. He said, you've obviously been driving this on while it was flat. And I said, oh yeah, well, they're run flats. He goes, yeah, you've wrecked the band around the side. He goes, so you have to replace the whole tire. He said, you can't do that. The run flat is only meant to be to get you to a garage so they can fix the repair, not to let it run down this week, drive for a week, then pump it up again, then let it run down again. I said, oh, didn't know that. So I said, why didn't they just say run flat once, not run flat forever?
yeah.
Oh, look at the mank on that.
Oh, that's nice and pretty.
That's like that dirty computer you had there that you're going to send into to Chris. Look at him. Jesus.
No snacking, Mike. No snacking.
It's for them older vehicles that don't have sensors. Oh yeah. If they don't have the sensors, you can use that. Yeah, definitely. For anything, two tires on my trailer. I fussed around the owner, fixed it, but never again will they ever. Okay, yeah. Well, again, you know, some scrapyards, you just know the risks when you're going in, that you're going to just have to take that risk. Just make sure you have enough scrap going in that'll cover you and have money left over if you have to go repairing tires. You know. That's the downside of these guys that, as I was about earlier, bringing in a small amount of scrap. If anything goes wrong with that, when they're bringing in that small amount of scrap, they might have made 50 quid, but it might have cost them 100 quid to fix their tires. So, with new tires, so sometimes it's just one of them things. Burger, Mike.
Yeah, and it's interesting, like, so the big yard that I go to, they won't use the claw to pick something out of your truck. But if it's on a trailer, they'll pull it out of the trailer. And I guess their logic is if we have to fix a trailer, it's going to be a lot less expensive than if we have to fix a vehicle.
Yeah.
And even though they have signs all over the place that say they're not responsible for damage, and their argument is going to be, well, you gave us permission to pull it out of your truck, so you took the risk. I can see where they got to be careful with that. Hey, Solers, how's it going?
Hey, Solers, it's all back to normal next week because time changes in Ireland and the UK next week. So you'll be back to normal then. We're still on the 1 hour earlier here in this side of the world, Sharky. Next week we have our time.
It's my fault. You can blame me.
Blame the Americans
again. Blame for things.
Blame the Americans for being out of sync with the rest of us. Welcome in, by the way, Everyday Solers.
It was always challenging when I lived in Hawaii because Hawaii did not do time zone changes. So and I was in the Navy at the time, so we would have these regular conference calls with people back in the Pentagon, and it's like you always had to pay attention to daylight savings time, even though we didn't change the clocks in Hawaii. You still had to pay attention to it because everybody else did.
Yeah. You had to know what time it was where you were ringing.
Yeah.
Not working off your time. You had to work off their time.
Boy, and I tell you what, it could make for some very long days being stationed in Hawaii because, you'd have to come in way early in the morning for calls with people on the Pentagon, at the Pentagon staff, and you'd be up way late in the evening for calls with people out in Japan and Korea and such. So it's like, man, it would just be some long, long days there.
I'll be back in a second. I just want to go and add some more money to myself and Shark's shares in Coca-Cola. I need to get a Coke.
So who's in charge?
We ought to get advertising dollars from Coca-Cola.
Well, I don't drink cola, but I'm Pepsi man. Such a Coke.
Yeah, it's funny. Some people, Parky, they're just like, boy, they'll turn around and they'll get into fisticuffs over Coke versus Pepsi. It's like,
oh dear, there's no right or wrong, just a preference.
And then if you're drinking this diet crap, it doesn't matter who makes it; it still tastes like junk.
Seriously.
So, Parky, what you been up to, man? What you work on?
I've been working on the Volvo because I had to replace the transfer case.
Yeah.
What they call the bevel gear. I had to replace that. The video will be out on this coming Friday. And you got to know that first. So don't tell Irish, I told you.
So the transfer case, this is transferring from the main gear to the wheels?
It bolts on the transmission, it tends to drive to all the wheels.
Yeah, okay.
Well, with Volvo XC90, the right front drive shaft goes through it and it sends drive to back wheels. Because it's a transverse engine.
There we go, Shark. More money in your pocket.
I got this back this week. It's been at the dealer for 4 weeks. Having a new rear subframe. Covered by warranty.
I watched a video not long ago where this guy, he uses 3D modeling to explain, engineering kind of things. And he was talking about how differentials work and transfer cases work. He's got videos on those kind of things. It's amazing to me how clever automobile engineers have been over the years, to figure out, how do we make sure that the wheel on the inside of the turn is turning different than the wheel on the outside of a turn and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It's fascinating to me that people have figured this out over the years.
It's like your normal open diff. That's all well until you lose grip on one of your wheels. And then that's when you have problems. Now we've got stuff like locking diffs and limited slip diffs and what's the other, traction control.
That's a big word.
Yeah, and it's it's funny when I went to the Naval Academy and I got an engineering degree, but I never once considered myself a real engineer because it's not like I could, look at a problem, a situation, take a white sheet of paper and figure out how to redesign something to solve that problem. And that's what real engineers do. A real engineer is definitely worth their salt when they can do that kind of stuff. And, I learned enough engineering to be able to understand when they explain to me what they've done to say, oh yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. But not enough engineering skill to be able to take a white sheet of paper and figure it out.
You're just talking about 3D
That's
printing
my
there.
latest toy.
New camera?
Well, it's not brand new, but it's new to me.
And is that going to be for your YouTube, or what are you using it for?
Well, I wanted one that shot video, but I wanted a camera that take decent pictures. So
Okay.
Canon EOS 100D.
Everyday Solders, I'm the same as you. I'm a D engineer.
Actually, this
I
picture was
engineer
taken with this camera.
De-engineer.
No, but I was going to say there about
Sure.
the 3D printing, and how 3D printing makes such a difference for people nowadays. They can print anything they want, a part. If they need a certain part, you can print it. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Where's my partner? Hey, Tim is over on Facebook side at the moment. So Tim, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. Shark is
So,
going to show us
Parky,
the camera.
There's my new camera.
Tim,
The Sony ZVE 10.
They're an expensive little camera, them boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought this one as well, but it come with a load of accessories. I only wanted the accessories. I didn't want the camera. That's an EOS 300D.
All right. Okay.
But this come with a load of accessories. The other one, the 100D, it didn't come with any accessories at all, or in the lens.
Yeah, but again, this comes into a good part now that you've shown your cameras out there, which brings me to, like we say, Shark, you paid. I'm not going to say exactly how much because I don't know how much your camera was, but we say it's near mid to high range price on a camera, wouldn't it be?
There's, for people that really get into cameras, this is not considered a top end camera.
No, but we say for what you're using it for YouTubing.
For what I'm using it for, yeah, it's a top end camera for what I use it for.
Yeah,
yeah.
It wouldn't be if you were a professional photographer or videographer. It wouldn't be. But for a YouTuber, it's one of the bigger camera, one of the higher end cameras you can use for YouTubing. But we say one of the biggest YouTubers out there, I always say about this book because I like his videos, is Bald and Bankrupt, and he's using a Sony little camera that is, I'd say, 7 years old, and it sometimes it doesn't make a difference about the quality of the camera. It might be the person that's behind the screen, because he's millions of people watching him, and he uses this little camera, and he's a little bit of foam wrapped around it to stop the sound from being when the wind is blowing and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just again, sometimes if people are out there and they're thinking about going into YouTube, sometimes you don't need the dearest equipment. It's about the content sometimes as well.
Absolutely.
I did
you can
have a video.
You can have the greatest equipment in the world, but if your content sucks or you don't have any personality, it's not going to work.
Like, it's his person. I watch his channel. I like travel videos anyhow. He travels and when he goes traveling, it's not to the tourist destinations. Like at the moment, he's making his way from Peru to Venezuela, and he's just.
I think I watched him in.
Yeah, Bald and Bankrupt, and
what were it? Where were it? In not Venezuela. But next country was it Colombia?
Colombia, yes, he was in
Yeah.
Colombia, beside the border of Colombia, Brazil, and Argentina, I think it was. And but
No, in
like
Colombia.
yeah, but
They're going down all dodgy back streets.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. If Park has to let me have a chance. I was going to say he goes into places that normal tourists wouldn't go. Like if he'd go down streets and you wouldn't send your dog down there. Like you'd be afraid to send your dog down them streets, and he'll go into them streets and he'll start chatting to people. And he was down streets where there was prostitutes and there was bucks on drugs and stuff like that. He does that, and now I haven't seen a video in the last 3 weeks. He's kind of disappeared, so I'm hoping he hasn't been kidnapped or killed. Because his last video was he was heading to Venezuela. He was leaving Colombia, I think, and his next stop was going to be Venezuela. And that was 3 weeks ago, and I haven't seen a video since. So I'm hoping he's actually made it that far.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Yeah.
But like before the outbreak of the war in Ukraine and Russia, he used to travel all over Russia and a lot of them Eastern Bloc countries. But he's been barred from Russia now because he spoke out against Russia in one of his videos. So they actually imprisoned him for a few days and then threw him out and told him he could never return. He was put on a ban to live. Because he spoke out against them,
When they realized that he didn't have enough money to buy his way out, and he wasn't worth anything to the government, for the government to try to do a prisoner swap, they just said, they get rid of him.
Yeah. But now he'd be worth a few pounds. He's one of the biggest YouTubers out there, I think. So he wouldn't be short of a few pounds on his videos. I don't know what does he have at the moment, channel wise. Bald and bankrupt.
Have a look.
Yeah, but subscriber count doesn't necessarily equal
his average video watch. I'm going to see what his average video watch is. Bald and bankrupt. He has 3.79 million subscribers, and his last video he got 5.4 million views. So quite a lot. To have 5.4 million views on your last video. So I wouldn't mind having the 0.4. Never mind the 5 million. I take the 0.4, so I would. So again, like that goes down again to he has 3.79 subscribers, 3.79 million subscribers, and he got 5.4 million views. So you'll be wondering why people don't subscribe to his channel more. If there's 5.4 million people watching his videos, why don't they just hit the subscribe button? That's what I don't understand with people.
A lot of people don't subscribe.
Yeah.
A lot of people just. They're going to get. They know they're going to get the video recommended to them because it shows up all the time anyway. So they just don't think about it.
Yeah, a video from 3 years ago has 11 million views on it now. So like I think he'd be getting a few pounds from YouTube. I don't think he'd be stuck for a few pounds.
Well, it's probably a pretty good niche, traveling and stuff like that. Yeah, so he's probably got some pretty decent advertising revenue coming in.
Yeah. If you're getting 11 million views on a video, you're going to get some bit of revenue out of that, Because I think put up what he got for 1 million views on his video, and I think he ended up getting 60,000 for 1 million views. So
yeah, but there's some gamers that they'll get those kind of numbers for views and they won't make anything because gaming just doesn't draw a lot of ad revenue.
Yeah. And you wonder why, because a lot of people watch gaming. You think ad guys would say, well, we need to advertise in gaming, because a lot of people, I see my nieces and nephews, they're always watching gaming channels,
Yeah, but how many of those nieces and nephews have money to go buy stuff?
Yeah, but again, since YouTube put that you can't be advertising to kids on it, that's probably why the gamers aren't doing it, because most of the gamers, people that watch it, are under the age of 18 anyhow. So that's probably why the revenue is.
That's true too. Absolutely.
Yeah, that could be it exactly. Look, he's got out and with a camera.
Sollers said she'd like 0.004.
Yeah, even that I'd settle for. Even that I'd settle for. But I like his videos. If you haven't watched his channel, it's worth a watch. If you like travel videos and you like to see other countries, it's worth a watch. Definitely his channel is. And the other guy is Harald Balder. That's another guy that I watch too. He's from Norway, and he does a lot of them travel videos. I see there's one out today there. When I flicked over there now, I see he has a video out today. earlier, so that's one I'll be watching tonight. You know, so he's another guy that I watch a lot of videos from.
That's cool, Electronic Scrapper. We look forward to seeing your video.
What did Electronic Scrapper just say? Let me go back. Electronic Scrapper, here we go. Apologies for being so tardy. Working on uploading my first video in a year and a half. It's nice to have enough free time to start uploading. And I've turned. What's the video about, Electronic Scrapper? What can we look forward to seeing? Don't just tell us the video. Tell us what we can look forward to seeing on the video.
You know, and back to the camera thing, you know, then there are the scrappers whose names will not be mentioned unless they come up on the channel, that, you know, have got these old Irish cameras that people have sent to them that barely function. And, you know, they're just good storytellers, right?
Well, again, we say that scrapper whose name is Ian Matthews. I've said it twice now. One more time, and he will appear. That scrapper, he uses an iPhone to do all his videos and to edit them and do everything on the iPhone. So again, you do not need to have a big computer for editing or any of that carry on. Sometimes it's about your personality and the way you come across. And he comes across as a natural sort of guy, and he's got that little bit of mischief about him and a bit of fun and stuff like that, and people watch his stuff. And and anyone that is a scrapper will know Ian Matthews. Now, that's a 3 times. Where are you?
3 times.
Three times. Where are you?
It's time for him to come up.
Ian.
The scrapyard I go to brings bins right to the back of the vehicle. Also, if you don't have your material separate, they will make you pull out. Yeah, exactly. Pull aside.
That's the way it should be.
Don't be taking up the queue and holding everyone up for the day. Pull them aside and let them sort it there, and that'll teach them for next week then. And then also tell them for holding the queue up, there's a 10% discount on what you're getting. That'll soon stop them. We're holding back 10%. You would have got £1,000. You're only getting 900. Sorry, boss.
Yeah.
You know, for making our life harder. I really try for 3 a week. What's this about? I'm sure to be check you out at Try and Scrapper.
And then they'll argue with the attendant about what the material is and that kind of stuff. And
well, sometimes you have to argue with scrapyards because some guys will try, and if they think that you're not clued in, like every other place, there is some scrapyards who aren't the. How do I put this?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. But if you show up and you're not organized and your stuff is a mess.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said earlier, have your stuff organized, know what you have yourself. So when you go to sell it, and that's number 1, or that's number 2, and you had £100 in number 1 and £50 in number 2, and all of a sudden you're getting paid for £75 and £75, you can say, well, hold on, I weighed that. There was £100 there of number 1. What are you doing? So that's in your own interest to make sure you know what you're doing as well.
Yeah. Yep.
This week, Electronic or Everyday Solders, tell us more. What was your experience from the scrapyard?
Yeah. She may not tell us. You know, she can be quite a tease sometimes.
Yep, that's the joy we all know and love.
Some of those. No. Ian Matthews mustn't be listening to us tonight because he would definitely be up by now if he was listening.
Yeah.
I seen him up on live last night. So he
appears to be in the chat.
He might have used up his YouTube time last night. The missus might have told me not allowed 2 days in a row to be on screens. Yeah.
Unless it's in Hugh Hefner mode.
Have my dinner and my little nap now. I'm ready to argue. Bring it on. Scrap it Irish. I'm not arguing ever, Raphael. I never argue with you. If there's ever an argument, you start it.
Man, I tell you, I can't take short naps. If I take a nap, I've got 2 settings, right? I can either do 20 minutes or I'm going to do 10 hours.
Somebody actually watched Friday's video.
Well, today, before your stream, I came upstairs, I set up my stream, I went into my bedroom, I got my laptop, I lied on the bed, and I said, oh, you know what, I'll watch a couple of videos. So I started watching a few videos, and next day I woke up, and it was 20 minutes to before your stream, and I hadn't even ate my dinner at this stage, and I was there, oh, what am I going to do? I said, I need anything. I said, oh, I've half a pizza left over from last night. That's dinner. The owner came over and said, hold on, let me put it on the screen for everyone to see. The owner came over and said to people who had gone.
That's funny.
A woman in a car wearing a Jeep GoPro. Well, why is she wearing a GoPro?
Saw in her X5.
Yeah. So, do you know what could be worse? They probably thought you were from the Inland Revenue, and that you were trying to catch people making extra money without paying taxes.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been that would have frightened them as well. If you have a good relationship with the scrapyard,
God, enjoy Optimus Prime.
Yeah, exactly, Earl. If the scrapyard knows you and they know you sort your stuff all the time, they'll always give you the benefit of the doubt on something. Because they say, look, I don't want to fall out with this guy. He's a good guy. He brings stuff in right. Usually, this one's a bit on the borderline, whether it's number one or number two. Look, we'll give him number one on it because he's always in. He's always whatever. So if you build up a relationship in your scrapyards, you will get the benefit of the doubt. Again,
of anything. As
Ian Matthews and Shark will tell you, the odd donut here and there will also help smooth over relationships.
Yes. And it doesn't hurt when Mrs. Shark bakes up shark cookies or cupcakes or things of that nature. Solers, I agree 100%. It does make you wonder why some people get so wrapped up. It's like, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, what's the issue, right?
It's not you're doing anything wrong. It's I think police are going to try find something, aren't they?
Oh God, here we go. I don't think. How many times have you been stopped by the police park nest and they tried to plant anything on you? Never. So you have these people go, the police will plant something on you, blah blah. I've been stopped by the police over here loads of times, and it's just been routine checkpoints or whatever. No one ever tried to throw anything into my car. No one ever tried to say, "Oh, you're broken light," or "You've got this wrong." If there was something wrong, they tell you. If there's not wrong, they go just wave you on. Good luck, and that's it. They're only going. The police are only out there to catch the ones. 99% of the police are only out there to catch the wrongdoers. There is 1% who are corrupt in any organization. That's whether you work in a supermarket or you work in a big business. There's always going to be one or two who have different views on the way to make a living out of it. But I wouldn't tar them all with the one brush. Just checked out Bald and Bankrupt on Social Blade. He earns between 2K and 36K per month on YouTube. So yeah, the Social Blade Social Blade say I earn per month, and I can guarantee I don't earn that per month. Let me see what Social Blade says I earn. Social Blade. I can guarantee it's nowhere near.
I could give up my job.
What does Social Blade say I earn? Why did Social Blade not come up for me? There we go. Scrapping Irish, Social Blade.
I'm going to take a look now. You mentioned it, so I'll look at it.
Where does it say it? I don't even know where to look on this thing first. Use a summary, no?
Let's see if we can look you up.
Yes, I have it here. It says my estimated earnings per month is between €1 and €21. So that means what did I let me see what did I earn from YouTube for the last 3 months. So that means I should have 60. If I'm on the high end, I should have 60. On the low end, I should have 3. And they're telling me I have earned €42 for 3 months. So they're right. It's somewhere between 1 and 21 per month.
According to this, estimated monthly earnings between $1 and $23.
Yeah, so they're not too far wrong. 94 to £15. So in euros, that's giving me €1 to €21. So they're not too far wrong. You left out the million part Irish. I wish it was one. I just do one video, make $1 million, and that'll be it. I retire. I get a big. If I won £1 million tomorrow, I had £1 million. I'd get a big shed, and I'd be in there taking stuff apart. I'd be like as happy as a pig in shit. So I would. That's all. I'd be so happy. Big weekend, loads of stuff. I could go around and picking up like wash machines and stuff like that I can't pick up now. And I'd spend all day taking stuff like that apart. It wouldn't be about the money, it'd be about the enjoyment of doing that. So, what did Raphael say? Mr. Raphael, he must have said howdy, Apu's mate. Cheers. I would never fight with you. I will be a loser position from the start. Yeah, so Social Blade. Social Blade is a good tool, but I don't use it that much. I suppose it's a tool to show you whether your subscribers. We say, for instance, now my subscriber count this month is down 40% on it was last. For some reason, last month was a very good month for me subscriber count. I think I got 80 new subscribers in a month. For me, that's double what I normally get. So that was a good month. So again, I don't know why. It might be because of the lives involving Shark as well, because people that would have been subscribed to Shark were coming over to my lives and may have been subscribing to me. So again, that may be where I got them extra subscribers from. Stuff like that. Another thing I noticed is I put a few shorts out, and shorts seem to get me a few extra subscribers. Even that short I put out last week, I didn't put a video out at all last week because I just wanted to do an experiment with the shorts last week. So I put out a short last week, and I ended up getting, I think, from that video alone, 5 or 6 new subscribers. Where a video mightn't even get me a new subscriber at all. So
yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to try it last week and see for the week. If I just put a short out, what my subscribers would be like for the week that I put the short out, and then didn't seem to make it. So it seemed to work better than the video did. Maybe people didn't have to listen to me, and they go, "Oh, we subscribe now. We don't have to listen to him. It's a short. He's not talking."
Well, you can only repeat yourself so many times in 60 seconds.
Yes, exactly. And I didn't even speak in that one. I just put music on it. I just took a hard drive apart, really speeded it up, took it apart, said nothing, played music over it, and that was it.
Well, I thought you did a really good job with it. I found it really entertaining and well edited. So I thought you did a good job.
I put a bit more effort into the editing on that one. That took longer to edit than I'd say a 20-minute video did, because I was setting the camera up at different angles and I was doing whatever and speeding it up at certain spots, slowing it down, stuff like that. And I'm going to try that again with a different video, maybe for a short again this week, and see what it does. And again, I put that one actually up on TikTok just to see, and I got more views on TikTok than I did on YouTube for the same video. But I'm wondering if maybe some people came from TikTok to my YouTube channel because of it, So I don't know. It's just something I'm trying for the next couple of weeks. And that's the thing about YouTube, and especially the likes of me as a channel, I'm not relying on money from YouTube, so I can experiment and see what works. Put a video out this week, don't put a video out, whatever. Where some channels are relying on money from YouTube, so they have to have their content out no matter what, where I can mess around a bit more on stuff. That's just something I want to try for a while. I don't want to see you in your shorts. Social Blade got me perfect. Earn 0. My shorts never do well, but I'm hoping for number 1. Let's go to the scrapyard. Let's go to the scrapyard. The song. Let's go to the scrapyard. Yeah, you should release that onto a CD. Put it up on Spotify, Everyday Solars, your little song for going to the scrapyard.
iTunes.
Someone in the basement.
Is it the man the scrapper who will not be named?
No.
No?
It's
It's
the
not like
one,
it's a Hugh Hefner.
the only, Raphael. Hey, Grandpa Kevin, welcome in, by the way. Grandpa Kevin is in as well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you all, as always. Hello,
Did
the
you have a
Irish.
nice dinner? Did you have a nice dinner and nap for yourself?
Didn't you see it from my eyes? Come on, it's almost like close. Good to see you. Sharky, Mike,
I seen
Sharky, everyone else in the
was-
chat. Good to see you, peeps.
I was saying I seen Ian Matthews made an appearance on your channel last night. I was listening in the background. I had you on for a while, and I seen Ian Matthews was up there. He was in his kitchen or living room. Was it kitchen? I think he was. He met my parents.
Actually, Irish, I was saving
Hey,
something
Kevin.
for you.
Hey,
I was
Kevin, how's it
saving
going,
and I
man?
was waiting for you
Afternoon.
until you show up. But you got to go. Oh well, you lose.
Well, I was there, but I wasn't. I was watching. I had your phone. I had the phone playing in the background, and I could hear you talking. See, there was an awful echo whenever Ian Matthews goes on using his iPad. You get that echo sound, and
Yeah,
Bill Clement.
we did fix it at some point.
hey,
Anyway.
Bill, and Kevin, welcome in, Kevin.
Jeff, good to see you, sir.
You're looking very dapper with the new spiked up here.
Anyway,
Hey,
I have really
I'm
nice
just
board to
around.
show you, but you never show up. You never say anything in the chat.
I didn't say
so
anything. I was there, but I didn't say anything.
the board was
be back in
waiting
a
for
minute.
you. It was waiting for you, but oh well. Now you got to just lick your mouth and all that stuff, and meh, you're never gonna see it.
Oh, the shark bailed on us.
The shark. Yeah. Maybe Kevin and Shark can't be in the room at the same time. It's like
Yeah, well, he's found deep water.
How are things with you, Kevin? How are you keeping?
I'm doing the housewife things these past couple weeks.
All right.
House nurse, should I say?
All right. So you're caring for your missus at the moment, are you?
Yeah, she had her left knee replaced.
Okay.
Oh,
So
So-
she's making sure you're busy.
Yes, she's been kicking me in the ass, theoretically.
with the other leg.
By the way, I don't think I said hi to Cruiser Mac when he was in earlier. Cruiser Mac, hi, welcome in. Bill Clement, welcome in. And if I missed anyone else that came in, just say hi. So, Kevin, how long more will you be looking after her before she's flying around again with her new knee?
Probably another 4 weeks.
Okay.
So she's doing
Come on,
very well.
make it easy.
Doing very
8
well.
weeks.
How many?
Easy 8. Believe
8. Well, 2 down, 6 to go.
me. There you go.
Well,
Anyway, come on. If she doesn't have one working hips and or knees, whatever, doesn't make any difference. She still got another one usable, so she clearly can kick your butt with another one. So better be good, buddy. Better be good.
but we make sure that we keep the other one weighted down.
Who's it? Sorry if I missed you earlier and didn't say hi when you came in. I didn't say hi to you. I just said answer the question you said. So I actually didn't say hi to Poosmate. So Poosmate, hi and welcome in. And please don't hit me first, please.
Hey, what did you say? You missed Poosmate? Really?
I did.
Come
Well, no,
on,
I see you
Irish.
coming in, and I answered a question about. I was talking about she said about bought and bankrupt making between such a price, but I never actually said hi. I just read out what she said, but I never actually said hi to her. So
Jason,
My
you are the
apologies.
bad person, mate.
I know,
You are
I
the
know.
bad
Shame
person.
on you.
You cannot
Shame
be
on
Poosmate.
you.
Come on.
Shame,
Hey, called
shame.
him by his name.
In Game of Thrones, shame.
Shame on you. Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to walk the streets naked. Oh no, I better not do that. I might get arrested.
Double shame. Double
Hey,
shame.
Irish, just walk backwards.
If you will be arrested, that will be good for you. Otherwise, the neighbor are gonna throw the stones on you.
What you going to say about the look of the Irish?
Thank you, my dear. Oh yeah, by the way, I hope everyone had a nice Paddy's Day on Friday, St. Patrick's Day, for anyone that celebrates it.
We did.
I
My
hope.
wife and I enjoyed our corned beef and cabbage dinner
Good.
that we ordered in from the restaurant.
Can we say it is
One
always
way.
extra?
I was going to say, did you get the cabbage in the garden yourself, or would you answer the question?
No.
Yeah.
No. My gardening is
So-
done at ShopRite.
Yeah. So I was driving back from the shark cage and I went past this one strip mall where there's a restaurant that claims to be an Irish pub. And it was hilarious. I mean, the parking lot was full. There were cars parked on the grass. They had green pop-up tents, out front. It's like, this is probably the only day of the year that they're ever busy. This is like how they make their money for the year, probably.
Yeah, because everyone comes out and says they're Irish that day, and I'm Irish, wear green hat, hey, I'm Irish.
Yeah, because their food sucks. Their food sucks worse than most Irish food. So it's.
Well, let me make that bigger.
This is authentic by us.
Irish cottage inn.
Irish cotton inn.
Yeah.
Cottage inn. Okay, sorry.
Cottage, yeah.
Yeah.
Cottage.
They do an excellent job. They do an excellent job. They have a very good menu. And the beer's not bad either.
Well, it depends on what beer they were selling. Was it local beers or was it?
Oh no, it's Guinness.
Guinness you have over there.
Guinness on tap.
Yeah, but that's not real Guinness. That's that Guinness that you have in America, which isn't really Guinness.
No, this from what I was told is imported.
Okay.
Because it's not cheap.
Okay, but then they might have imported it.
Hey, Kevin, that just means that it's the American beer that they're charging you way too much money for.
yeah, they've added more onto it to go. On St. Patrick's Day, you're going to pay more for it.
That's right. $6.99 a pint any other day. Today, $13.99.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you have to wash the glass.
come on. With that price, I will lick the glass clean.
Yeah. Before they fill it and after.
Hell yeah.
I'm just checking something out here. And carry on among yourselves there.
Hey,
But
every
actually,
day.
to be honest, Guinness
How
is
are
the
you?
special beer because it doesn't got so really awesome taste, but as far it poured the right way on the right glass and all that stuff, that make it a really nice beer. Or I supposed to say porter instead of beer, right?
Yeah, Guinness is a porter.
Yeah. It is a special one. It's not like, super tasty straight as you get it, but as you get it the right way, it's get the taste and all that stuff behind.
If you ever get Guinness from Nigeria, it's a way stronger than Guinness anywhere else in the world. So
Okay.
it's the one- they brewed in Nigeria, but they brewed at a stronger ratio, so it comes out a stronger alcohol content.
Yeah, but they put 20% rhino urine in it.
I don't think you do that.
You killed it. I gonna ban Guinness in Zimbabwe then.
Well, hold on, Earl. Your statement is incorrect there. I'm married to a woman that's half Irish and half Greek Indian. Then she can't be half Greek Indian. So that means she's a half Irish and a quarter Greek and a quarter Indian.
Greek Indian.
Oh,
it's a type of Indian.
Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. Shut up, Irish, you stupid idiot.
They left the hook off the street.
Shut
I
up,
did tell
Irish.
you a long time ago, but you didn't listen. So, oh well.
Bye-bye, Ralph. Pal.
Bye.
It's pretty good that they ripped off. I thought saying, when I looked first, I was in Greek. I do apologize. It's me that read it wrong.
That's how we'll forgive you. It's that month of the year.
Yeah, I may have consumed too much alcohol on Friday.
And what does Friday have to do with it?
Come on, you already got Sunday, buddy.
Well, you see, St. Patrick's Day, you have to drink double the amount you normally drink. It's just a rule.
Yeah, and you start the day before and you finish the day after.
After, yeah, it's a 3-day event.
You have to prep, consume, and then relax.
So tell me more about this. You know about these Creek Indian. What part of America is Creek Indian in?
I think he, not to say I'm correct, but I think he meant to say Cree, C-R-E-E.
Okay.
Cree Indians. They're from the Midwest.
Earl can let us know if he meant that or meant something else. But because it'd be just interested to know what part and how a Irish man and this Indian person got together in the first place. Where did this Irish man come out of, or it might be an Irish woman? I just want to know how that got into what part of the world it's in. Because us Irish, we do get around. Like we turn
Or
up
actually,
anyway.
another question comes out to that relation: how the woman from whatever part of the country can hold with the Irish guy?
Yeah, same thing. Like but the chances are, if Earl is in America, the Irish person went to America.
Well, he spoke Irish and she spoke Cree, and they both understood each other.
But the more
I don't
important
think
question,
so.
the more important
you're
question is why would an Indian woman hang out with an Irishman?
Where's that?
No other choice.
Sharky, I got theory. He knew how to distill the whiskey.
Ah,
When Ireland invaded, we didn't invade. Ireland invades nowhere. Ireland occupies by stealth.
They occupied and conquered.
we occupy by stealth. We let one person go in first and just open the door, and then we all just plow in behind them.
The Irish come in the back door, start a fight, and wait for everybody else to leave.
One buck goes to Ireland and he goes, there are many of you. No, just me and the family. And then 3 million more turn up the next day.
Yeah. And everybody's name is O'Leary.
Or Dave. No, wait.
Technically, American Horder is
what was
correct
the
on that
Ireland?
statement. The Irish were the first slaves in America. Technically, he's correct. When the Irish went to America, they were treated as slaves originally by the rich people over there. They were made to work for nearly nothing, just food. So technically, he's correct. And then the Irish started to infiltrate the hierarchy of the thing, and eventually we got a president of America of Irish descent.
Okay.
hello, Roadhog.
Hey, Roadhog.
Roadhog.
Yellow.
Yeah, no, the St. Patrick's Day, it's amazing the amount of people that celebrate it all over the world. But I think there's only 2 countries where officially St. Patrick is actually it's an actual holiday, a public holiday for the whole country. That's Ireland, and it's some country. I'm not sure if it's in Africa or in the Caribbean. It's in the Caribbean, and they celebrate St. Patrick's Day as an official holiday. And I need to know why they celebrate St. Patrick's Day as an official holiday when it's not an Irish country or whatever, and it's not
Maybe
like
they
it's
were
an
like
all-
all the colony of England at some point.
No, it's the England is not celebrating St. Patrick's Day as an official holiday either. You need to learn a bit of history, my friend.
I don't need to learn a lot, but I don't know your history, to be honest. Yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah,
Hey, Paul.
yeah.
Well done. She doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah, well, you don't
Wow.
have any more treats for her. No food? I hate
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Stop eating her treats. Then she will love you more.
Yeah.
Eating her treats.
Cruiser back is asking who was the guy that was of Irish descent. The first guy that was, I know he's laughing when he said Obama, because Obama is of Irish descent as well. His great whatever came from somewhere in Ireland. But it was JFK was the guy whose grandfather was Irish. You know, so there you go.
John
A
F.
great guy.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Hey, that doesn't make any difference.
You know, so it was more direct. It wasn't like going back hundreds of years. He was his grandfather came in the 1800s or 1900s something. So to America, so it was more direct line to Ireland than where Obama they had to go back maybe 300 years or 400 years to find his Irish descendant. You know, so that was it. Hey, Paul, welcome in.
Are you sure it was only 300 or 400 years?
Well,
As
it could
far
be
as
more.
I know, even US Mike got some Irish roots, and come on.
Yeah, but his Irish roots are glued to his butt.
I did.
Never mind. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop playing the jokes. Never mind. Never mind.
One of 3 tribes in
I
Alabama.
did one of those DNA tests a while back, and I was surprised that I actually had some Irish in me.
Yeah, I thought you with your surname, I thought it'd be mainly Polish,
Well,
or
No,
Bavaria.
it's not.
And I have to admit, I was very surprised because everybody on my father's side, my ancestors on my father's side spoke German,
Okay.
and my mother's side was definitely German. but they were stowaways, so they weren't really sure where we came from, and it was before World War One. So it really didn't, we weren't really that sure. And then when I did the DNA test, it turns out I got more Viking in me than anything else.
All right, so you're from the Nordic countries originally.
Yeah, so I think I'm just a product of raping, looting, and pillaging.
Well, they did come, the Vikings, and rape, loot, and pillage Ireland, so that's maybe where you got your bit of Irish blood from.
Yeah, could be.
That may be of where it came from. Those pesky Nordic people coming down from the Scandinavian countries and pillaging us and raping us.
It wasn't me.
Well, you're Polish descent, so you aren't from that area.
Hey, come on. They also rule in Poland at some point.
Did the Vikings go to Poland? I don't know. You see, I don't know. Did the Vikings?
Yes, they
go
did. And actually, those pishki buggers, as far we got the sea at the north side, those pishki buggers learn how to swim through the rivers. They go all the way to the center of our country, and they rule at some point. Maybe that's why I had red hairs.
Yeah, that could explain it. That could explain your red hair. So, God.
I just returned the favour by residing in Denmark.
Vikings came to North America. How did it go? Yeah, the Vikings did make it across to America. I think they were saying that, but the put the America being discovered or
Didn't they come down through the Great Lakes? They came down from Canada through the Great Lakes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Good one, crew. There.
Yeah, but they had to cross the Atlantic first.
Yeah.
Well, back then there was probably a lot more ice and stuff to walk across.
Iceland to Greenland. A short hop.
No, I don't think there was an ice bridge on the Atlantic side at the time.
No, but I think that up around Greenland, there wasn't as much water up around that area. If I can remember back, I've seen a program on this. I seen a program on it there a while back on one of the Discovery channels, and they reckon there was a lot more that the Vikings traveled a lot more on land before they had to actually use the boats than people realized. And we mentioned his name loads of times, and he took his time getting here, but
it's about time, Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Hey,
Hello.
Mr. Ian, how are you today?
Oh, hello, folks off YouTube.
I like that saying at all his videos now. And then he goes, I'm going to have to change this saying.
Holy scrap, holy.
Who have we got? Scrapping Irish, Eway, Spike, Partners, Shag, Scrapper, Raphael, Grandad, and me. And everybody in chat. That's Cruiser, Raphael, everybody in chat. Well, just let me get me beer. Oh, I can't get through.
Okay, we got
The hell with that. Get the
of
flux
capacitor
in the screen. So come on, Ian, what are you gonna
Let me get me beer
tonight? Forget about the beer. Get the flux capacitor.
Don't fall off the stool.
Carlsberg. It reaches the parts other beers can't reach.
Okay, the golden one.
Listen, I'm doing this for you one last time. Okay.
Don't do it for me. Don't do it for me. Do it for other guys.
Are you going to show us how to fall off the stool?
So, guys, at least we know he hasn't done the video yet, because if he has the flux capacitor there, the video hasn't been done yet. Or has it?
Oh, was that too fast?
Yes. It looks like you may have taken something.
Come on, it's scrapped out already.
Yeah.
The video.
We get to see inside.
What does that mean, guys? There may be a video coming.
Oh, there's some goodness in there.
Yeah, look at that.
Was that a solar inverter?
No, it's a flux capacitor. I've never seen a flux capacitor before.
Not that big.
Right, shall I get the goodie bit?
Yes. Scrapping on the fly is leaving, so scrapping on the fly, take it easy.
See you later, scrapping on the fly.
Yeah, scrapping on the fly. We'll see you, man.
Take care.
Well,
after seeing that goodies, Irish gonna need like few minutes.
I thought I was pretty good on stuff. but this beat me. You know, it's like showing a caveman a wheel. You know, it's like, wow. I struggle to even contemplate how it works. But just Scrapping Irish.
Yes.
Might need some dirt glasses. There's a lot of gold in here. I mean, not just a bit of gold. I mean, pure gold. You know.
It better be good.
Brass.
Awesome.
That's not
Seventeen
brass.
gold.
That is not brass. That is solid gold. No wonder it was so heavy.
Anyway,
And could you not tell the scrapyard there was nothing in that now? Oh, nothing in there, found nothing, and just send that to me, and I've done with it.
I could.
I need some alone time for a minute. I'll be back in a few seconds there.
No, he's not jealous. Not like he was with shirt scrapper.
He had to unfog his eyes.
Yeah, I had to unfog my eyes.
Yeah, actually, Sharky also got some good score last time.
Unfortunately, I can't take it bits any further because I don't have the right bit to get in, and it's
What do you mean you don't have the right bit? The shed is full of
Come on,
bits.
you got it somewhere for sure. I just don't know where it is. That's all.
Raphael, just remember those words right at the beginning of when I upload the video. Remember those words.
Come on, I got that situation almost every evening. I know I got the beats, but finding it, that's the problem. I actually find at some point after the stream, I taking the little thingy apart that was some crapple at some point, and then I find out, holy crap, I doesn't have the right beat for it. And then I just put the thingy aside because I didn't have the right beat. After that, I find the whole new totally set of the beats, micro beats, tiny little beats, what will fit to that little pishki bugger. And then I say, oh, awesome, I find the beats, I can continue on the next stream. And as I start the next stream, I looking after the set of the beats, what I found, what will fit to that little pishki bugger thingy. I put it in such a safe place to not lose it that I cannot find the whole set of the beats.
It's a 10 millimeter socket.
Raphael, it wasn't in a safer place than I found mine.
I don't know. I haven't found it still. I have no idea where it is. I put it in some safe space, but where it is, no idea.
Anybody watching what Mike is doing?
No,
He's just breaking shit.
I do.
he's
Hey, come back.
Thanks a lot, Kim.
He's playing with his.
he's checking eat copper heat sinks out the easy way. But
Hey, does anyone see the nice bucket of stuff that's on Cruiser's table there?
oh wow, yes.
Yeah.
And
No,
that other big stuff behind that left-handed bucket.
Notice he's sitting down because his thighs and his legs and his calves are that knackered that for lifting all those big heavy transformers.
Yes.
He's sitting down now.
Absolutely.
He's relaxing. Are you going to be cashing that in this week, or are you going to hold on to it for a while, Cruiser?
Well, I got to split this with my buddy there, so I'd probably go down in a couple of weeks.
Hey, don't forget, he's a 200-mile drive to the scrapyard.
That's right.
4
Yeah.
buckets of copper.
But they're not filled yet, Raphael.
Because I
Fill
sort
them.
my copper.
Okay.
Copper with the tin.
So you've sorted them out like number 1, number 2, whatever.
Tin copper,
Yes.
solid copper, and wire copper.
Very good. I like that. I like organization like that. That's
Oh,
what I
There you
like.
go.
Do you know,
Very
the
good.
anvil, I'm not saying they screw me, but I weigh in my tin copper separate. He gives me a lower price, and then he tips it in with all this copper. I'm like, I think you've done me there.
It's like going to the post office and they say this is the local mail slot and this is the out-of-town mail slot. And behind the slot, there's only one bucket.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
bucket behind both slots. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way Shark Scrapper was nodding his head in agreement when Watchdog was saying that. He must have seen that happen as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was at the when old Joe looked like Father Christmas was at the yard. He
Yes.
weighing a load of motors, and he had a lot of tin copper in there. So I called Robert over. I said, "Hey, you make me separate that from my couple. How come he doesn't have to?" He kind of looked a bit red-faced and went, yeah, you need to separate that, Joe. And I thought, yes, since I'm out this yard, no.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, don't worry about it. We just have to say it to him because he'd be putting it up on YouTube if I don't.
I don't think Joe was happy about that, Ian.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Ian, let me see. Do I have this right? You're the kid at school that used to say, "Hey, wait a minute, he got the same problem wrong, but you gave him credit for it."
he was the kid then that all the other kids used to beat up because he'd be the one that get them all detention. Oh, you're doing blah 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 blah, and next thing everyone got detention.
I went to a rather good school. It was approved.
School of Hard Knocks.
Hey,
Hey,
Tim,
Rafa,
welcome in.
You showing Mike how to take the copper ingots out
Hey,
of the
Tim.
middle?
Yeah, just
Welcome
playing with
back,
it.
Tim.
I'm just trying to repeat it and then find out if that works. Oh crap! There's no copper in there.
Oh, bummer.
Meh. Mike beat me straight away.
Yes.
He's going to hit it with hammer. Yes.
Oh,
The hammer
man.
wins.
He needs- Yeah, he needs.
To be quite,
That later.
Watch your kids, buddy.
to be quite honest, I've seen limper-wristed folk
Actions.
on YouTube. You know,
There may be a buck in the scrapyard
listen,
wielding a hammer one time.
E-waste Mike, grip your shaft tightly.
Yeah.
Near the end. You got to be near. When I say
Shut
near
up.
the end,
Shut up! Will you stop encouraging them?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, actually, yesterday, as I was running my stream, I was having fun, and then I get like a little heatsink with the copper inside, and just someone asked me just punch it out, and I was pretty sure, as Mike always show at his videos and all that stuff, they also got solder in it, and I just come on, out of blue. Come on, okay, let's give it a few punch, just in case, just for fun, out of it. And it turned out, in one of those, what I punch out, there was no solder whatsoever. That was clean copper, little piece stuck inside.
Hold on, I'm getting an echo back from somewhere.
Yep.
Nice.
Drop it.
Ian,
Almost.
I think your dodgy camera has gone. Yes,
Ooh,
Ian's
really
dodgy
gone.
camera.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Gone.
Wait till he comes back. Who will he blame straight away? It'll be me.
Yeah. So when
You're
I
right.
heated those sinks up with the acetylene, these things just drop right out.
I am not going to blame Scrapping Iris. I've got a slack hole.
So much information.
So how can you tighten an hole up? I mean a USB hole.
Zip tie.
Right.
Zipped. I can't. No,
Look at
Too
Mike.
much play.
Get
Too
another
much
one.
play.
You just
He's
get
letting
it
us
out
take
without
Listen,
warming it up.
it's too waggly. So can I like stick a screwdriver in and like
No.
squeeze it up
Just-
and down?
Just squeeze it with some pliers, Ian. Make it
Yeah.
a little more
Push it out a bit and see
Yeah.
how that works.
elongated. Is the word I'm looking
Yes.
for.
I'll
We're
try.
talking about
That's supposed
USB
to be
ports,
long
right?
list.
I will try elongating it, but not with a pair of pliers.
You know, I see one way, but you're not gonna follow it. You can send me the board. I will solder you a new USB port to it, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna follow that.
Is this the
Procedure.
elongator you were thinking of?
Hold on.
Mike's froze. Oh, that's a little armor.
Elongator.
That's the persuader.
Impact adjuster.
I'm not looking for my bigger armor. No. It's
I like what one of my scrapper wrote down. Good thing you clarified it was USB. Irish wouldn't have liked the answer I was typing.
Anyway, did you actually notice the comment saying, "Scrapping Irish, have you made any returns on the?"
I highlighted it. I
He
actually put
highlighted
up
it,
there.
yeah.
I
No,
highlighted it.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question. The question was, have you got any gold from what you bought off eBay?
I haven't got to that
Did you make
stage
any
yet.
money off it?
Well, I have a certain amount of it
Stop
done.
lying,
I didn't get through it
Irish.
all yet. I haven't done it.
That's a little harsh for Phil.
I haven't. I'm going to leave him down there till I finish because he won't let me finish. So I'm going to leave him down there. I haven't finished everything yet. I haven't done the chips. I still have some of the RAM gold to dissolve yet. So to be honest, I kind of neglected it because I started scrapping out other stuff that had, because copper prices rising focused me a bit more on a lot of copper stuff.
How come your red's same colour as your t-shirt?
How come I what?
Your red. That thing on top of your neck.
It's very hot in here tonight.
I believe you thousands wouldn't.
Mac, have you asked Ralph to make the hammer golden style? But yes, I will get around to that RAM eventually. I just haven't had time to do it all yet. So
Yeah,
eventually
for
I'll get
sure.
there.
Yeah, well, hey Simon, I've been asking Ralph for a sticker for 2 years, so I'd start with that.
I wish Ian to stop playing with his loose hole because
I want to try another one. We're getting
Keep-
another one.
To make sure you
Himself off
mean
whenever
Ralph,
he's
not Rafael, right?
Yeah,
Ian-
Ralph, yeah.
Okay,
Ian
good.
keeps knocking himself off.
So I got a
whenever he's-
Rafael sticker right there.
Okay, cool. Okay, good.
It's that pesky Ralph.
Oh, he's about to reappear. Is he? Ian's about to reappear, and he's back.
Right, listen,
Yes.
listen. It might stick in this time because I've changed holes.
Again?
He said,
Well, I've stuck it in the tighter hole this time.
that's still
And
what
again,
he said.
just to clarify for all ye people in chat and any YouTube moderators that may be watching, we are talking about
USB holes.
USB slots.
USB holes / manhole.
Now, wait a minute. Are they slots or holes? Slots or holes? Slots or holes?
Balls.
Well,
they're actually lot lizards.
Not listen. There you go.
Like what Parknest has in his hand there. Parknest, to
No.
clarify, what are we talking about? Those type of connectors.
Wow, those look tighter than my holes I use.
Wait,
that was green
Come on,
screen.
Ian,
You
you
know,
overuse them.
Ian, it all depends on how old the USBs are and how much use they get.
Well,
hey, Ian, you know what us Navy guys say? Any port in a storm.
Storm, yeah.
It's your turn tomorrow.
I'd love to take you off there and show you my holes.
No thanks.
Well, I'm going today. I am going.
Ian, it's not. It's not. I was going to say, Ian, it's not that kind of webcam show we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey, Mike.
Ian's mixed up. He thinks this is his OnlyFans channel.
There we go. I've only got 2 holes, and obviously both are quite slack these days. Oh my!
Oh,
Yeah.
he's gone again.
Now he's gone again.
Did you have some backup
Oh
piece
my
there?
God, Ian Matthews, you are something else.
Oh,
Ian, put on the serious face. Come on. Serious.
It's not working.
as long as I don't touch it, it'll be right. Okay. So don't let me show you around the shed.
Roadhog has to leave, by the way. Roadhog,
See-
thanks a
see
lot
you,
for being
Roadhog.
in and appreciate
Right,
it.
He's
Roadhog.
not to leave, but he's smart to leave.
Yeah.
It's heading for the
Let's
gutter
do it,
and he's
Roadhog.
getting out. It's-
I got one word for Mike. Come on, buddy, get yourself solid piece of metal instead of those 2-piece power supply.
Yeah,
He got it out. He got it out.
Yeah.
I
I
know
think he
he's
ran
gonna
out
get
of.
it out at
I
some
think he ran out
point,
of
but
propane.
come on, Mike.
hey, Pooh's
You are
mate.
professional. You know how to do it.
No messing with your hole. Got it.
Oh,
not, he's allowed to mess with his hole on his OnlyFans site, but not on
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think really is once you've got
Welcome
it,
back.
once you've got it in, leave it in.
Everyday Scholars, you may wish you still had technical difficulties. You may wish. If I was you, I wouldn't go back and look at the last
Yeah.
10 minutes. It may be too bad. It may be
It's
too
a hole in
disturbing.
one.
It might be traumatic.
It might be very traumatic. You might need counselling afterwards.
Or I'm
Let's just say Ian was showing us his hole. That's all I can say.
be tight hole, be slack hole.
And what he was stuffing in those holes.
No, it's slack roll and he's slightly less slack roll.
Poor little
Yeah.
holes.
Oh, anyway, I will be needing some counselling because the factory adjoining us, the manager came to see me yesterday. Well, he didn't see me. He was after seeing somebody else. Wanted some welding doing for his factory, and he went, "Oh, Ian," he said, "we're replacing all the lights in the factory
Uh-oh.
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 to LED."
Hold
That
on,
means-
before you go any further, I'm
Yeah.
sure you said to him, "Sorry, I can't take them lights as I'm no longer a scrapper and I am now a scrap artiste."
And that piece.
I said, "You mean these type?" He went, "Yes." I went, "How many?" The wife's not listening, is she?
Nope.
64, 7.
Oh, yeah.
So
Like,
it's not gonna be like
Yeah.
So
like,
Ian has rang
master
Wigan
anymore.
Council and he said, "Can you deliver me 10 more dustbins, please?"
Yeah. I was going to say, the bins will be on the move again.
Remember when Scrap Kingdom did that stadium?
Yep.
That's nothing. Ours is a 15,000 square foot building. Next door's is 35,000 square foot. So I'm expecting at least 10, Kathy. 10.
Someone gotta get
Hey,
busy.
I know what the worst bit is. Well, it's the worst bit for your dear beloved, but for you, it's a really good bit. I guarantee you, there's going to be more than just lights coming your way out of that job.
And the question for Ian actually after that, is your driveway big enough to move your container so far forward?
If I have to
You
go,
just have-
if I have to move my bins into the neighbour's drive across the road, I will.
Well, he just have a
Come on,
secret
it's gonna be
location
the whole
as well.
street covered with the lights.
The only problem is that secret location is so far away from his house, he'd have to carry them an awful distance to get them there.
But if you look at Optimus Prime comment, I think he's hit on it. You know, Ian is not only an artist, but he could now be a haberdasher.
He's a hoarder. Always has been. Not with
I
rain.
am not doing one of them on my head.
Oh,
I know
come
what it's
on.
doing. It's like stick one of them on your head, see what like a dick you look like. No.
Yeah, you can do
Hey,
it.
come on, that's gonna rule totally different way because soon
Kevin has to go,
actually
guys.
one spot.
Kevin,
Hey, Kevin.
Right,
I got
Take care,
the ears
buddy.
ringing.
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
Kevin,
See you
take it
later,
easy.
Kevin.
Thank you for reading. Have
All
a good evening, and tell your missus we wish her a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Hey.
Everyone stay healthy. I'll catch you again soon.
You betcha, buddy.
Okay, thanks for the warning.
Bye. See
Hey,
ya.
Hey, Ian, is that if it's 35,000 square feet, there's got to be more than 60 lights in there.
But come on,
Be-
Ian gonna use
Be
all
more
that
like
light in
be,
his
by
shed,
my
and we're gonna make
calculation,
it-
it'd be like 300. So
Hey, they're probably doing the first 60 this week, next 60 next week, following 60 the week after.
It's
We're gonna do it one day, but Ian gonna connect it all together and bright his shed like he's gonna be brighter than the moon.
yeah.
so then it says, and we're checking out all the fluorescents as well. Would you like those? And I went, can a fish swim?
Ian goes, I don't really want them, but as a favour to you,
Yeah.
I'll take them. And I'm in his own head thinking, yes.
You know, normal scrapper will think,
There's questions about
how
what Bear's
much can
doing
I get
woods.
out of the fluorescent? And then Ian thinks, hey, there's 2 tiny little brassy bits at the end. Yeah, let's get them.
Scrapman 50, welcome in, by the way.
Exactly right.
Michael,
That's exactly
hashtag
right.
Tims.
Oh, well, I will keep you posted on that anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
Ian, but like now that you're an artiste, what are you going to make out of these lights you're getting? Money. Just say money.
Money. Yeah.
No, but
So-
whatever it is, I think it'll be quite illuminating.
Oh,
Ah.
there you go.
You know, Ian, I think that the rest of your flat earthers that are all around the world might want those tinfoil hats.
I was
Just to cover from the shine from Ian's shed.
Oh, he's off. What did he look up?
Oh God,
He's
you
up.
planted a seed. There's no telling what could happen now.
this is more for Cruiser Mac.
Irish, you got your finger on the button?
You know, I have it there. I have it hovering over. The only problem, I need 2 mice. One to be hovering over US Mike, and one to be hovering over.
Well, this is more for Cruiser Mac. Who,
That's what I'm gonna say. You can
realize-
take out the cursor from my face.
if I do get all these lights, well, I'm saying when
Yeah.
I do, you do realise at the end of every bulb
Oh, yeah.
there's a brassy bit,
Oh, nice.
which,
Are you gonna smash all of those just to get that?
of course,
Oh my God.
what's a stupid question?
Of
Yeah.
course.
I'm just not there yet, Ian.
And Ian, when you smash the glass off the bulbs, I'm sure you're not smashing them at home. I'm sure they get broken when they get taken down in that warehouse. They actually got broken there by mistake.
Well,
They get broken in transit.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
because we wouldn't like all that mercury or sodium vapor in the shed because I understand it causes air loss.
Really?
Yeah.
How we get into that?
Another thing.
Things as well. Does it make you forgetful?
Actually, though, one thing, Ian, though, I do scrap the lamp holders, though, because they have brass in them. So
That's why Optimus Prime actually said that. Isn't there mercury in those old bulbs?
yes, there is
So, Mr. Matthews, how are you disposing of your mercury?
at the secret location.
Do you gold recovery guys really share your secrets? How you extract the gold?
Yeah.
Well, my mercury dispersal method is quiet.
Yeah, mercury is actually used, now that you mentioned gold, in
Yep.
the big industrial gold recoveries. They use mercury as a way of recovering the gold from the
Hell yeah.
crushed rocks and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
mercury
the old
is used
the
in
old
actual
miners
gold recovery.
here,
Yeah.
they used to mix it like a lot of there's really old mines around here contaminated
Yeah.
with mercury.
Well,
Ralph,
and-
Ralph
And they
said
still
it,
do that in
collect
some
the
parts of the
mercury.
world.
Third world.
Yeah, it's a metal too.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's
Is
quite
mercury
pricey, to be
used?
honest.
Is mercury actually used much in any everyday products nowadays?
I don't think so. No.
Thermometers.
No, not really.
No.
All days, quite
That's what I was
often.
wondering. Was there an actual source to sell mercury to again? Is it a metal that they use anymore? Really, in anything?
They do use it, but not the stuff what you use every day. It's
Okay.
most like something special treatment
Okay.
metal.
Do they still
You know,
use it?
I did find one English doorbell what use mercury switch inside, and
Yeah.
that was tiny vial filled with mercury. I was surprised when I find it in the doorbell.
Yeah.
Do they still use it in teeth fillings, mercury amalgam?
And what you call there?
Yeah.
See, I've got a thermostat with a little vial of mercury in it. That's similar to your doorbell. Scrapman 50 has a little.
Yeah, there you
thing
go.
that has it.
Mercury
you-
switches.
Used to be very common.
Does anybody watch Cody's Lab?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
I seen a
probably
video
not.
where he used mercury to see how much mercury he put into a toilet to flush it down before.
Yes,
that one.
precisely.
Yes. And did you see him handling the mercury like it was just safe to handle?
Well, it is. Everything's safe to handle if you take the right precautions.
Come
He
on,
was
people get
handling it
stupid
without
these
gloves.
days, and you cannot put the mercury all the way around peeps because they will just kill themselves. That's straightforward.
Yeah, there's a
People get
reason why
stupider.
mercury is so controlled, because it's
Yeah.
not safe. You shouldn't be screwing around with it.
Yeah.
There's
Should-
nothing wrong with the mercury. It's something wrong with the people
Yeah.
around it.
Lead is not safe. You get lead poisoning if you handle lead all
Yes.
the time.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Boys
come on.
doing roof and
That
wood
doesn't
lead
take
and
as
stuff like
much just to learn the first rule. Do not lick it. Right?
that. Definitely don't lick mercury.
No.
Highly not recommended.
I handled mercury in my hands.
If
There's no problem with that. But come on.
if you're
I'm not gonna
stripping,
lick it, eat it. Same like with the lead. I'm not gonna lick it. I handle it from time to time, but come on.
I
Use your
was
head.
just over there to see what mercury is still used for, and they say it's mainly used now in chemical industries as a catalyst. So that's where mercury will be used mainly now as a catalyst. So
It got much more used than that, but
No, but when you, Raphael, every time I say something, you have to pick something wrong. I'm making a statement. I'm not saying it's the only statement. I'm saying in this thing I've seen, it says mainly used in chemical. I didn't say it was the only thing. You don't
yes,
have to
yes,
pick on me
correct.
every time.
I'm
calling you out for-
Irish. I'm not picking on you whatsoever. Come on, buddy. You overprotective or something.
No,
I'm not
no.
picking
Every
on you
time I say
whatsoever.
something, you have to. I'm going to call it out today now because I've had enough of it. Every time I say something or make a statement, you have to find something to say about it that's wrong. So if you're,
No, you're
Yeah.
totally wrong, buddy.
if you're going to be like that, I don't want to hear about it. Okay?
No, I not agree with you, and I totally say you totally wrong. I never neglected whatever you say, buddy. I don't know where you come.
Bye bye.
I'd have said different cultures. You know,
I
Bye-bye.
just maybe it's a misunderstanding between the English or whatever. I understand that, but I'm just fed up of it at this stage because I read a statement and I don't want to be picked on every time I make a statement. That's my problem.
So
that's all.
we're talking about dangerous stuff when you're scrapping, right? Would you say if you what you scrapped, you're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to make me a bigger pal. If you say it leaked, that kind of stuff, would you say it's not really stored it? It's very. That's why it's very fluorescent-y.
Red.
Yeah, it's very highly fluorescent purple. Really, when you're looking at it,
What the
I
heck
didn't
is
lick
that?
it. I didn't lick it.
And is that from the bulbs?
Oh, God, no. I hope not. It's
All right.
from,
Is that from the Yes, I was going to say is that
that's
from the.
flux capacitor.
Okay. And did it when you spilt it on the bench there? Did it stain it afterwards, or did it make
Well,
it polish it up nice and clean?
It bubbled and it fizzed a little, but I thought, Anyway, listen. Rafael apologised in chat. So
Look, it may be a misunderstanding and whatever, but whenever I make a statement, I get this back all the time, and maybe it's because of the English not being his first language. It might be that, and I might be oversensitive or whatever. But again, if someone makes a statement, I never said, I don't want to drag on about this, and I don't want to drag the stream down. And as we say over here, wash your what was that saying? Wash your dirty linen in public. I don't want to do that. I don't want to drag the statement down. All I said was, it's mainly used anymore in thing, and then straight away it was, oh well, you're wrong. It's also you. I didn't say I was right. I didn't say I was wrong. I was just making a statement. It's not about right or wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Where you're coming from, but I've been there in the past, and you've got the power to kick people off, and that creates tensions, which you've done. I'm not saying you're right, not saying you're wrong.
No, but again,
sorry.
I brought him back up, and he went himself afterwards. So that was his choice. I brought him back up. I only put him down for a minute, or less than a minute, 30 seconds, and I brought him back up. So that I'm not going to drag on about it, because, as I say, that's between me and Raphael, not between anyone else. It's whatever, and maybe I misunderstood, or maybe I just overtook it. But if you go back through, the reason I've done it, and I'll just say I won't hide it. Every time he puts a statement up or a comment up on my thing, it's always to have a go at me. So you can look back at the comments, and again, it may be the English thing, or it may not be. It might be because it's not his first language, and I'm moving over since stuff. But anyhow, I'm moving on to talking, and he's welcome back up. I'm not stopping. I've not blocked him. I've not done anything like that. He's welcome back up, and I accept his apology. No problem.
So, Ian, Ian, I believe that I recognize that red matter from the movie The Blob.
Yeah.
And so what you thought was a flux capacitor was actually a satellite returning from space. And you have now released the Blob that is going to destroy all human existence.
Way to go, Ian.
Well, as Ralph said there, well, if it starts eating anything in Ian's shed first, we're safe for a while. It has a lot to eat through.
I'll tell you what, kick a man when he's down, why don't you?
That's a burn, Ian. That's a burn.
It'll probably take a while for him to eat his way out of that.
Yeah.
What was I going to say there to you?
And it poured out of it when you opened up the flux capacitor. It just poured out of it.
Yes.
That's interesting. I'm pretty sure it's probably not dangerous at all. Just some sort of carcinogenic ooze. Something like that.
Usually, if it fizzes when it hits metal, it means it's either a very high acidic, or is it an alkaline?
As long as it's not like causes hair loss, because I really can't lose anymore.
Yeah.
Well, same as.
Actually,
that's all right, Raphael. Hey, I'd forgotten about it now, Raphael. It was just at the spur of the moment. You're more than welcome to come back up. I have no problem. I'm gone past my time anyhow. But
Pooh says it's Iranium.
Iranium.
Did you try putting like the copper into it or anything like that to see would it start to fizz the copper? Because copper might be more reactive, or actually a bit of aluminium. If you put if it's in that was aluminium. Okay, so that means it's not an acid, because acid reacts really highly with aluminium. So they wouldn't have put it in there if it was an acid. So you're safe enough that way.
It's probably some sort of coolant that they make highly visible fluorescent purple so that people won't touch it.
Or drink it.
Or lick it.
Or lick it.
I'd lick it.
Red Chinesium. Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what actually they make.
Liquid Chinesium.
Liquid Chinesium.
It was a rare substance. It's red Chinesium, a rare substance.
Well, Simon Keltscrapper said it was red Irishum.
Irishum.
Hey, if it was green, we could have said it was for St. Patrick's Day, but seeing as red, I don't know what it's for. Are you sure it's not? Are you sure you didn't put that?
Talking about St. Paddy's Day, I was in B&M Bergens yesterday, or the day before, and they had some Guinness from Nigeria.
I was on about that. Stronger Guinness.
7.5%.
Yes,
I
it's
almost nearly bought it, but the £3.19 price tag.
Yeah, I was on about that earlier. I was saying Nigeria have a stronger Guinness than anywhere else in the world. So they use it as an aphrodisiac in Nigeria. Now, there you go, Dean. So maybe you shouldn't get that, especially if you have loose holes.
1.5%.
But Ian, don't you ever do the cost benefit analysis of higher alcohol content versus the price of the because you can get to the buzz quicker if you're drinking something with higher alcohol in it, right? So you don't have to drink as much of it.
The reason I drink high alcoholic content beer is because I only have 2 cans, you see, because I'm don't forget, my son doesn't want a fat dad at the wedding, so I'm trying to cut down.
Oh, I see. I forgot about that part.
So I'm cutting down, so I only have 2 cans, but I'll make them stronger. So I'm not taking in as much carbohydrates or whatever, sugars, stuff. I can say to the wife, I've only bought 2 cans today, love.
And
That's the real reason.
And a bottle of whiskey and some vodka.
Yeah.
But they're very low calorie, so you're okay on them.
Yeah. So, back when I was drinking, I decided to shift to gin because it wouldn't have as many calories. So I convinced myself I was being healthier.
But
and I could put it out, right? So I got to have vegetables with my alcohol.
Cruiser Max leaving us. Bye, Cruiser Max.
See you guys. Take care.
I'm about to finish up anyhow, so if you want to tell us.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep.
What have you? Seeing you're about to go first, I was going to say if you want to tell us before you go, what have you planned for the week?
Well, like I say, I just got to go back outside, get the rest of that transformer stuff out of my truck, and no other huge plans this week. I might do a video or 2. That's it.
Okay, that's all right. We'll keep tuned for during the week and see Cruiser's videos when they come out. Anyways, Mike, have you anything planned for the week or you want to tell us about? Okay. Park Nest, have you anything planned for the week you want to tell us about?
I've got a bit of work to do on this. It needs front anti-roll bar drop links and front springs needs changing on it. But Friday's video will be this one. I changed the bevel gear on it, which is the bit that's to drive to all 4 wheels from transmission.
Okay, that's everything you've got planned. Okay.
Yep.
Ian in the shed. When can we look forward to the tear down of that
flux capacitor?
Well, I'm going to start that video tonight. What else can you look forward to? How Ian's going to fit roughly 1,000 square cubic meters of light.
Yeah.
15 cubic meters of space.
Yeah.
But
okay,
you're going to need bigger bins. That's all.
I will watch Everyday Solar's next video because he's picked up a load of light fittings.
Okay. Are you letting the cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Before you let out?
Oh, you mean she's not shared them with you lot as well?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry. Silly me.
Okay, so Everyday Solars, we look forward to your video on lighting as well.
Yeah.
Shark Scrapper, what's the plan for you?
So we should have a video out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The patrons will get their video on Wednesday, and I've got a pickup to do. I won an auction that I forgot that I had bid on, so I have to go pick up 2 pallets of miscellaneous IT equipment. So that should be interesting. And this is from the local airport authority. Now, the last time they had a miscellaneous IT, it turned out to be 2 pallets of servers. So, there's no telling what this could be.
I'll tell you what, I was surprised the amount you won that traffic
control.
system for? $300 odd?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that was
yeah.
cheap.
Damn.
And he said to me, he goes, I said, did you pay much for it? I paid more than I wanted to. And I was thinking,
Hey, Bruce.
$300. I didn't pay. Hey, Bruce. I didn't say.
Hey, Bruce.
I
Hey,
thought
Bruce.
that was a good price.
Yeah, I
You
thought
know?
so too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No.
I mean, it turned out to be a good price. Yeah, it just,
Yeah.
I mean, it was my maximum price. I wasn't going to go any higher on it. So you know,
Okay.
Yeah, so that was cool.
You know, when you set your maximum prices, how do you? I suppose you've scrapped out so much stuff now. You kind of have a rough idea of whether you're going to break even on something by a price, even if you're doing it. You know.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
You know, if it's listed as something like, you know, computers, and they give a count or a weight or a, you know, an inventory, then I've got a really good idea of what I can make from it and what I'll bid on it. But then there's weird stuff like the traffic control system where I had no idea what was inside that thing, and it was just, well, that looks interesting. Let's throw a number on it.
Right. And before I finish up, I just want to remind people of CU Scrapping's GoFundMe that we're doing. The Scrapping community have got together, and anyone that wishes to donate to it, all the information is there on when I put up the link to the CU Scrapping GoFundMe. That's the CU Scrapping GoFundMe. As I said, he's ran into a bit of difficulties, which can happen to anyone, and he's not like he's out begging every week looking, because we know there's people on YouTube who beg constantly and look for this, look for that, and it makes people a bit more cautious. But this, as you say, CU Scrapping doesn't be doing that. He is in a bit of trouble at the moment financially. So if you can help out, guys, please do. And as I said, if not, watch some of his videos, subscribe to his channel, help him out. He might get a bit of money that way from YouTube, maybe, stuff like that. And I also want to put in, give me a second, let me find it. I should have been a bit more organized than that, because I had it a minute ago and then I had to go back for the link for CU Scrapping. I have a link here to Electronic Scrapper's video. So when I finish up, guys, if you want to go and check out Electronic Scrapper's new video, he's put out there tonight. Let me put the link in, and you can go check out his video afterwards. And he's doing my favorite words in there together are gold and recovery. I see in the gold recovery using no assets. So there we go, guys. For people who are wary of using assets and stuff, there is an alternative. And not CU Scrapping, Electronic Scrapper will have the video there for you. So
I use Mercury.
and your source for the Mercury.
I get it from Ian too.
Yeah, I was going to say is where. So as always, I appreciate everyone that came in, and thanks for being in, and seeing Ralph isn't up. Mike, do you want to say it? No.
Scrap you later.
Ooh.
There you go. Bye bye. Thanks for being